What's up guys, Luke here from Luke's Points and Miles, and today I need some help. I actually want you to rate my cashback setup. Now listen, I know the travel cards and especially the premium stuff, well those videos do much better on YouTube, but I want to show you what I can do with a completely free cashback system. I've quietly built what I think is one of the best possible cashback setups in the entire game, and I finally picked up the elusive catch-all piece of the puzzle. So, well, I'm ready to reveal my cashback setup. Please leave a comment on what you think I'm missing. First off, if you are new here, I talk about credit cards, points, miles, cashback, and travel. If you're interested in those things, consider becoming a subscriber. And if you like cashback or you get any value from this video in particular, slap that like button for me. And with all this out of the way, let's get right into it. I'm just going to list these cards and what their job is. Simple, direct, and I know a lot of you guys like that style. First off, I have a gem, the Redstone Federal Credit Union's Visa Signature. I'm using this one for 5% cashback, and I guess it's important for me to mention before I start that all these cards, well, they throw off real cashback. Not statement credits, not gift cards, real cold hard cash that can be deposited into a cashback checking account and spend on whatever I want. Back to the Redstone Visa. This one is 5% cashback on dining and gas. I also get 3% on wholesale big box stores like Sam's Club, but for me, I'll just be using it for the 5% categories. I do want to quickly note that this card has since been geofenced to Western Tennessee and Northern Alabama. I got the card before that happened, so I know, I'm already cheating. What about the US Bank Cash Plus? This one is in a lot of my credit card lists. I use this card for 5% cash back on utilities, and I could pick other categories, but right now, I just use it for your typical electric bill, gas, water, sewage, etc. Easy money, auto pay, and auto payoff. Now, here's a wild card. It's the same card, but it's issued by a local or regional bank, and it's called the Max Cash Preferred Rewards Card. This is the same 5% cashback, but I have chosen live entertainment and recreation. Recreation includes sporting goods stores. So it's a little niche, but it still covers. I use it for sports games and concerts, and hey, I have a son who is playing like every sport, so I'm constantly in sporting goods stores. The AAA Visa Signature is a super underrated card. This one gets me 5% cashback on groceries, and that's a juggernaut in this setup. And it counts some purchases as groceries that the mainstream issuers won't count. So it's even more valuable for folks that like to shop for their groceries and save a little money. For this video, I'm just talking about the current categories for the rotating cards, and of course I have the Discover It cashback card. Right now, I really don't shop at drugstores, but it would get me 5% cash back there this quarter. Amazon Prime card is always clutch for me, especially during the holidays. I've had Amazon Prime for years and years. The 5% cashback here is just too consistent and too easy to take advantage of. You can pretty much buy anything on Amazon. The OG Freedom card was just used the other day for 5% cashback on travel. I booked some flights within the Chase portal, which hindsight might not have been the best way to do that, but hey, still on the list. And one of my favorite cards in my wallet is the Chase Inc. Cash. I get 5% cash back on cable and internet and cell phone bills and anything I buy at office supply stores. I think it's pound for pound one of the most powerful credit cards in the entire game. Although I have never used this card, I do have the PayPal debit card for maybe new gym clothes, or I think they have a gym membership category that's on the list. Either way, I've never used it, but I wanted to include it here because it does get 5% cash back on a chosen category. I also have the City Custom Cash, which I don't normally use, but I think using that at home improvement stores might be a nice play. Home Depot and Lowe's, well, they sell a lot of things I could use regularly if I wanted to maximize my 5% cash back. Now, I've been waiting for the final piece of the puzzle, and I finally found it. I just got approved for the Robinhood Gold Card, which is going to give me 3% on that very critical everything else category. Folks will say that this card kind of has a fee, but I'm going to address that in its own video very soon. For me, there really isn't a fee when I look at this card overall, and 3% cash back on everything else, pretty good. Now, in summary, I didn't mention caps on any of these cards, and there's a reason for that. I'm not a full-time cash back guy. I prefer to earn transferable currencies, so if I'm ever close to hitting a cap on anything, it is very easily replaced with a travel card. I like cash back for a month at a time, maybe even a quarter. I'd never use cash back for a full year, at least not while I'm actually able to travel. If that ever happens, we'll adjust fire accordingly. So what are some advantages of using a setup like this? Well guys, no matter what we say, no matter how the marketing catches us, cash will always be king. I can purchase travel with cash for sure, but I can also invest it. I'm getting closer and closer to retirement, and I'm also becoming obsessed with investing money, and I think that's normal for somebody getting closer to that season of life. But I can also purchase points, and I feel like I can purchase enough travel points to pay for all my hotel stays in really any given year. I don't know exactly what my average earning rate is with this setup, but I'm pretty sure it's well over 4%, and I'm thinking that we are getting very close to around 4.5% overall in all my spending. Are any of you getting that with your travel cards? It's not likely. How about when you calculate annual fees? This setup has zero actual cost to me, and I'm very, very happy seeing these cash balances slowly grow when I do use a cashback setup. Cons? Well, there really aren't a ton of travel perks. No upgrades, no free nights, not much in the way of travel protections, and let's keep it real. I need to move all these small amounts of cash into another checking account for the most part. That does take a few minutes every month. And then there is the sign-up bonus factor. These cards aren't getting 100,000 points or 200,000 points for sign-up bonuses, so the accumulation is much, much slower. At the end of the day, I don't have to order food delivery or travel any certain number of trips to get my value. The value is very natural and very easy. I will even bet that this setup encourages me to spend much less money because I'm not perpetually in the value trap of spending money to capture value. Will I ever go full cashback full time? Not anytime soon, but I've always been obsessed with maintaining a super awesome cashback setup for when it's optimal for me. So comment below, what am I missing? And please rate my cashback setup. And guys, if you have stayed all the way to the end, I thank you, and I appreciate every single one of you.